No, honestly. So on Valentine's Day, I made cupcakes. I don't know if you remember this. So I made cupcakes. I made strawberry cupcakes. And with the sprinkles, I individually put, will you be my Valentine? Yes or no? And I did it by hand, each
I
one.
feel like I kind of remember
You
this
remember
now.
this? Yeah, okay, okay. So I individually made them, and it was strawberry cupcakes, and I brought to school the next day. And you know how we have practice after school. So we all met up in, was it like coach one of the coach's classrooms? But anywho, this one we always meet up after practice. I mean after class, and we would meet up in the classroom. And so I was like, okay, this is the moment I'm finally gonna, confess and say I like you. I'm gonna tell him on Valentine's Day. I had this whole idea in mind. I thought it was gonna be really good, and I'm gonna present these cupcakes to him. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna show him the cupcakes, and I'm gonna make sure no one else sees them. So I go to the classroom. I have the cupcakes, and I show it to him, and he looks down. He looks at me. He looks back down. Then he gets a cupcake with just icing on it that has nothing on it. That doesn't even say like yes or no. Like he just took a blank cupcake and then walked off. Didn't say anything to me. So then I felt, I was like, wait, so did he read it? Like, yeah. How does he feel about this? So I'm feeling the mixed signals. I don't know what's going on. So then I was like, okay, let me wait after this, and then I'll ask him. I had came up to you, I was like, hey Andrew, can you talk to such and such, because I like him and I want to see what he thinks. And you was like, oh yeah, I'll talk to him. Cool. So then we had went to this is back when we went to the trail, the woods trail that we had after the day. And I went back up to him. I was like, hey. He's like, hey. I was like, did you read my cupcakes? And he's like, yeah. I was like, so like, what do you think? I was like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, cool. So then that's when I went up to him, and then I asked him, I was like, hey, and then he told me no, and then I felt, and then years later when you finally came and told me, you were gay and everything, and you was like, oh yeah, I liked him too, and I'm like, oh, you was like, bitch, you wasn't gonna steal my man. I was like, oh my, but he wasn't even, but it was funny.